Spriggans, although small, are usually considered to be the ghosts of giants, who still harbor gigantic strength. So does the Spriggan Submachine Gun harbor gigantic strength in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands? Or is it just a small pea shooter? What's up, YouTube? Zero here, and today I have an epic gun review of the Spriggan in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. In this video, I'll go through the overview of the Spriggan you're seeing in this video. Then I'll get into some more gameplay and I'll talk about the perks and drawbacks of utilizing the Spriggan. And then I'll get into Fate or Hate. Is this epic submachine gun fated to be in the Fate Maker's inventory? Or is the Spriggan a submachine gun that you should hate and pass on immediately? Before I get into it, I do want to say if you do enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more Tiny Tina's Wonderlands content. Do a bunch of other RPGs, so feel free to check those out as well. Without further ado, let's get into the overview of the Spriggan. So I have the Umbral Spriggan of Deadly Depths. This is a Hyperius epic submachine gun, dealing 80 damage multiplied by 4. That's going to be extremely important that the ammunition is multiplied by 4. The accuracy is at 77%, handling is at 69, reload time is at 2.9, the fire rate is decent at 12.43 per second, and the magazine size is fairly large at 38. Mine deals frost damage at 100 damage per second with a 15% chance, and it's enchanted while action skill is active. Increased dark magic damage by 50%. Of course, that doesn't coincide with this gun very well, but if you do have dark magic spells or other dark magic equipment, then that could work pretty well with your build. Mine also has a 2.6 times zoom, and you'll see that in the clips. I'm not a huge fan of it on a submachine gun, but you may like it. So that's one drawback of the version I have, is that I just really don't like the zoom, the sight on this gun. Because it's a submachine gun, it's firing a little bit quicker, it has a little bit more recoil, so utilizing the zoom isn't great, but as you can see on the shots, they are maneuvering a little bit towards the enemy, which is definitely nice. Also, those 4 rounds per shot is also great because it can deal bonus damage, and it's completely tearing through enemies with that frost damage. So the Spriggan is a fairly decent submachine gun. It fires fairly quickly. The 4 rounds per shot is really nice and can help tear through enemies. If you get an elemental damage on it like mine, you can tear through enemies even quicker. I prefer the frost damage because the Spriggan's a fast firing gun. Utilizing a submachine gun while running around the battlefield allows you to control the battlefield even more when you're able to slow your enemies down. So I do love the frost damage on a submachine gun in general, and having it on the Spriggan is nice because you get the 4 rounds. The bullets are maneuvering a little bit towards the enemy, and I'm slowing them down and dealing increased damage because of those 4 rounds per shot, so it's really nice to have. The Spriggan lives up to its name by dealing gigantic damage for a submachine gun. It works really well with my build as well. In these clips, I'm actually utilizing a Spore Warden Clawbringer build, which focuses on Wrath of Nature for the Spore Warden. Let me know in the comments section if you've gotten the Spriggan yet, and if you have, what do you think of it? So of course, again, I have this Umbral Spriggan, which the dark magic damage isn't doing much in terms of the gun. I would probably get an enchantment that focuses on the frost damage because this gun deals frost damage, but get one that coincides with your build a little bit more. Let's get into Fate or Hate. Is the Spriggan fated to be in the Fate Maker's inventory, or are you going to hate it and should you throw it out? I absolutely love guns, especially on the higher chaos levels, that have multiple bullets per shot. The Spriggan is no different with those 4 bullets per shot, which deals extra damage, and this gun fires quickly added with the elemental damage, it can completely tear through enemies. Now, Hyperius guns also have an added shield, and my build it actually works really well with, because you can see I have a huge amount of shield. My build is focused on a shield, although normally I don't focus on shield too much. So I'm going to fate this gun, and I recommend you try it out as well, and you're going to love it as much as I do. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.